We're live from the world famous Fadeaway Barbershop, 3400 South Jones, Suite 21. And this is the Cloth Talk Show. I am one of your hosts, HB3 BI Services, aka Bird the Barber. It's
your boy Lauren the Barber. Yes, sir. Back at it, man. Representing Fadeaway Barbershop LV. Fadeaway LV Instagram. Fadeaway Barbershop LV on YouTube. Y'all make sure y'all follow that YouTube channel ASAP. And y'all go to that playlist, the Cloth Talk Podcast, so y'all can see the knowledge, the interviews, the experience of all of these barber expos that we going to and talking to the people that can put you up on game, man. You know, it's a beautiful thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that's where you just came from. What barbershop? What barbershop did you come from?
Called the biggest little barber expo. Yeah, that's the biggest little barber expo in Reno, Nevada. It was the first annual. My guy Jack of all Fades put it on, him and his team. And man, it's a beautiful thing, man. You know, salute to my guy, man, on success again. You know what I mean? A relentless guy, man. And you know, I feel a new wave, man. I feel a new wave of barber expos, the vibe. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the passing of the torch. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, it's just a new vibe, man. It's a new fresh feel of these barber expos, man. And yeah, man, beautiful thing. Content coming real soon this week. Today I'm gonna put out some stuff, and yeah, it was like that.
That's right. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Tesla board is reviewing Elon Musk's proposal for $1 trillion compensation plan. If shareholders don't approve it, Musk could walk, which could shake up Tesla's stock in future directions. So they have a vote coming up. The vote is, I think, November. Let me see. What is it? November 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. No, November 6th. Yeah. So the vote is on November 6th. You're a Tesla holder, right? So you're gonna be voting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, sir.
I mean, you know, this isn't the president vote. We just want to know what you're going to vote for Tesla. So could you give us what you're going to vote for and why? Because, you know, some of the facts are that he's trying to get it to $8 trillion. So with him getting into $8 trillion, that means that obviously your stock is going to go up.
Yes, sir.
He's going to own, he owns 17%. He'll be owning 32%. Something like that.
Is that what it is? Okay, I didn't know. Well, okay, I noticed. Yeah, it's going.
Okay, he roughly owns 13% right now, and it's going to go to 29%.
Okay, yeah. It's going to go up that much. Yeah. I mean,
so the question is, what are you going to do, and why?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote yes, man. You know, that's the key thing. Like that, he gotta make that valuation of the company go to 8.5, I believe, trillion dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, Apple just, shout out to Apple because they just reached 4 trillion in value as of yesterday, and you know, they're just right up under Nvidia. That's a little over 4 trillion. So the value of Tesla is 1.something trillion right now. So he got to go up 7 more trillion. He got to 7x that before he can receive this $1 trillion bonus. Like, that's a heck of a benchmark to get to. You know what I mean?
No, I don't think I don't know, but I think he's getting it to try to get to that. I don't think he has to get to 8 trillion before he starts collecting that trillion a year. Because that's what he wants, right? $1 trillion a year.
I don't know if it's $1 trillion a year. I know he got to get $1 trillion. $1 trillion, yeah. So
okay,
I don't know if it's all at one time, but no, he has to reach that.
I thought it was annually. I thought he was asking for $1 trillion annually.
That's crazy. If you got somebody $1 trillion, that's like crazy. Like,
that's what I thought. Maybe I got the information wrong.
Yeah, I think they're just paying him $1 trillion. You know what I'm saying? That's $1 trillion payout. But if he reached that benchmark, you know, and there's other benchmarks in there as well, but that's one of them. Like, he got a 7x. You know, he got an 8x. They're worth. You feel me? And right now, like we said, the company worth the most right now is in the 4 trillion. So you gotta you gotta double them right now, and that was crazy to somebody even be valued that. So it's fair, and at the same time, it's like, what you gonna do? Let Michael Jordan go? You feel what I'm saying? What you gonna do? You want to be the one that let Kobe go when it was time to resign? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. The only reason why the majority of people know about Tesla is because of Elon Musk. You know what I mean? He's a once in a lifetime talent. So, I mean, if it was just like, man, I'm doing all this, throw me a trillion just because I did what I did already. No, he said, I'm going to do more. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to do just a little bit more. I'm going to 7. Who says that? Like, people asking for something crazy just to double up. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'm about to 7x $1 trillion. Like, it's worth it. It's worth it if he can do that. If he can do that. But he's obviously confident that he can do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They said he since he joined the company, it's up like 14,000%.
Yeah, real talk. In 2010, it was at $1. Like, the stock was at $1, bro. I wish I was, man. I known of it back then. I would. Let me see. I wasn't even in the stock market at all in 2010.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah. So with a 14,000% return since he's been there. He'll be owning 30% of the company. I believe that they should give it to him. He's supposed to be talking more about robotics. I heard he wasn't talking much about cars. I heard he was. Yeah, his mindset is on a whole bunch of other different tech things and robots and obviously AI and things like that. So
yeah, man. He's a visionary.
Yeah. I don't have a vote. That was one of the first stocks I ever bought. That was the first stock I ever bought. I bought that and Apple on the day that they split. That was in 2020. That was the first stock I ever bought. And but I bought it on Robinhood, and I didn't know that you could transfer your stocks to another brokerage because Robinhood wasn't really what I wanted to trade and do things like that. And I think at that time Robinhood didn't trade and do things like that. So I went over to Thinkorswim with TD Ameritrade, and I didn't know that you could transfer your stocks. I should have had no ChatGPT then. So I just sold them and then went over to TD Ameritrade and bought Apple again, but I didn't buy Tesla. Since Tesla was already, I think it was like $500 or something at that time. You know, I think, but it was after the split. But I think by the time I got back to it was back to 500 again. You know what I mean? I think it went down like 200 or something at that time. But then it was back at like 5, and I was like, man, I could put my money in about 2 or 3 other more stocks. You know what I mean? And it was really just on vision at that time because they weren't really making no money. Their books wasn't profitable. You know, so I was like, well, what the heck am I? You know, I'm gonna get on and got out, but. You know, that's what teaches you, man. You're supposed to, that's why I think, what's the dude from Earn Your Leisure, the bald-headed dude?
Rashad,
Rashad got a line, though.
Troy.
Yeah.
I mean, he do.
He's got a line, bro.
Yeah.
He goes in there and gets a line, a hairline.
Yeah, you had the same person to notice it, dude. On camera, you like, man, they
the other one, though, he was saying how he's been going to these meetings and like Robinhood, he said he missed. He said he was in the meeting with Robinhood and they was talking about all these different things they were going to do. On Robinhood, and at that time, Robinhood was doing really bad. You know, did you ever have any stock in Robinhood?
Nope.
No, you
never had stock in it, and you know, I had an account with them, but I never put no money in it.
Okay. Yep. Well, yeah. Well, last year they were at $27, bro. They're at $146. Right
yeah, they went stupid crazy.
425% return in 1 year. Robinhood.
Yeah, man.
But he said that he went to the meetings and stuff. So sometimes the financials, the technical analysis, the fundamentals, all those things are good to know. But also, if you can read and go to these meetings and listen to what's going on with that, what they're saying they're gonna do. And he had the CEO of Robinhood on there a couple of times, and the dude sounds really, really smart. He sounded like the company wasn't gonna go down, but you know. Yeah. Me not knowing, I'm thinking maybe they're all like that. Maybe they're all really smart in going down. But that guy right there, man, he knew what he was talking about, and Troy just said that he went and listened to all these different things that they were going to do, and he didn't jump on it. And he said he knew. He said he knew when he left that he's like, man, this dude's about to change some stuff. Yeah. But he didn't jump on it.
Well, no, actually, what he did, he did jump in, but he pulled out.
Oh, okay, but he's talking about an option. He wanted to put on an option on it.
Yeah, no, that's what he had. He had an option. He had an option, and then he pulled out of it. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said
I thought he said he
was,
didn't.
Yeah, he was convicted after that. After that meeting, and then but then he ended up pulling out. After
Okay.
A while,
Well, what I'm trying to say is though, you got to go listen to what these people are saying, right? You got to get in the meetings. You got to be in the room and listen to what they're saying and what type of I don't know, goals that they have.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like stuff like that, like. You might not get the privilege to go there. Like, you gotta be, sometimes you gotta be on a certain level to even get into doors like that. But at the least, like we've been saying for a while, man, you gotta know who the CEO is. Looking for interviews. They got interviews. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so you can understand who these people are that's leading it, because it's like it ain't no question. Like, you can have somebody give you an opinion and they can sound real smart and stuff like that. And you be like, okay, that sounds right. And then you go back and then you see that, okay, say they be like, Fadeaway, they're not going to make it, you know what I'm saying, because they this and that, or whatever the case. But then you go back and you see that they had a relationship with Fadeaway, you know what I'm saying, and Fadeaway didn't want to do business with them because they did bad business with them, you know what I'm saying, and now that's really the reason why they're saying that Fadeaway ain't gonna make it and all that. They really hating because they mad that they couldn't be a part of Fadeaway. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. You gotta know the reasons behind. You gotta know the sentiments behind these leaders. You know what I mean? But I want to tap on the barbering though. But like you were just saying, like you want to immerse yourself from all angles, man. That's the reason why I like going to these. Man, I love going to these barber expos because you get to filter the people. You filter the people that just in the game, and you the ones that really love the game. You know what I'm saying? And you get to talk to the people that's owners. You know what I'm saying? You meet owners from all different areas and angles. You know what I'm saying? And then you see the differences between all of the avenues that you can make money. You know what I mean? Because they vending, and they're everybody's doing what their part in the industry, and you get to feel that vibe, and you get to know from the inside from the people that really want to take this thing to the next level. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Immerse yourself in all angles. If you're gonna do it all the way, man. Yeah.
Okay. So Amazon introduced Amazon Now, promising delivery in 15 minutes or less for daily essentials in the United Arab Emirates. It's already available 24/7 in Dubai. Mm-hmm. So, how could barbershops or local businesses use fast delivery ideas to grow?
Man, what you mean? You said ideas? You talking about delivery from them?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's self-explanatory. You know what I mean? Everything you order, have it come from them. You know what I'm saying? We already do that anyway. You know what I mean? But now we can have it immediately. Like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that actually, because a lot of time we don't have a lot of storage. You know, that was my thing. Like when I moved to Las Vegas, I had a whole duffel bag. I had not a duffel bag. I had an actual luggage bag of all stuff because I got a barber and a cosmetology license. You know what I mean? So I do the chemical services too. So I had bleach up in there, color. You know what I'm saying? I had everything. And Jackie, straight up, you know what I'm saying? I went with Jack. Jack like, man, you can't stop. He's like, you can't put all this stuff up in this thing. I had a little more room too. Like these toolboxes, they didn't have as much room as I had back there. So I was forced to narrow it down. But being that's what I'm saying. Like, if you don't have much storage, then you can get stuff immediately. Like, you don't have to try to get 2 or 3 or whatever the case. Like, if you need, if a service come about and you need that product, you can order it right now and be here in 15 minutes. That's clutch, boy.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about that. We run out of stuff all the time here. And it'd be great to be able to get some cool care, to be able to get some, what you got, that yellow stuff we use to hold the stuff down.
Got to be, yeah.
Yeah, got to be, man, just everything, man. Everything we need. Gloves, a whole bunch of things that Amazon, we have to wait, or take the drive, taking the drive, going to Sally's, Walmart, miss customers, take a chance of all kinds of different things. So if something coming in 15 minutes, especially for small businesses like ourselves, that could help us tremendously. So I think that's a great thing for Amazon. But on the other hand, Amazon is cutting up to 30,000 corporate jobs. Its largest layoff in history. The move aims to reduce costs after pandemic overhiring and a new push to automate more work with AI. And they're not talking about Allen Iverson.
Right.
So, is AI helping or hurting the job market for real people?
I mean, it's gonna come with both, because the people that was just reliant on that particular job, once AI come and replace them, then they feel like they had nowhere else to go, But the people that they seen that this was gonna happen, how long they been talking about this, you know what I mean? And then people,
what, AI taking jobs?
Yeah.
Well, how long you think?
Man,
a year? I don't know.
At least a year.
Yeah.
At least a year.
But damn, what year is about to be over?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But the thing is, though, is that if you know this is coming, you need to prepare yourself for this. So you need to show yourself.
That ain't no time. A year?
A year, man.
I mean, if you're ready. But you know how the world works.
If you're going in
100 something, though. Yeah, you're like, AI, whatever.
Yeah, that's the majority. So the thing, that's how I go to, like you just said, it always fall back to the top 10%. You know what I'm saying? 10% end up winning because they anticipate some stuff. You know what I mean? And I want to get this, because it's a whole bunch of sayings, man, that we get caught up in, but we don't look a little deeper in it. That's why these sayings got to get explained. You know what I'm saying? Because we say, don't assume, because that's gonna make an A out of you and me. You feel what I'm saying? It's popular to say that and stuff like that. But what about the other nuance of it? Anticipate. Anticipation is the same thing as assuming, but anticipation means that it's based off of study. You know what I'm saying? I'm assuming that this about to happen based off of these facts. You get what I'm saying? So when you that type of person, you the type of person that get these 10x gains. You get what I'm saying? Stuff like that, because you done did your research, you done dig deep, and you didn't wait for nobody to tell you nothing, because you did your own research. You the one that presented to the world. Somebody got to be that one. You know what I'm saying? So if you gotta, as soon as you know this stuff coming, you know what I'm saying? You need to start studying. You need to be like, how can I take advantage of this? Because I want to be a leader in this. You know what I'm saying?
You talking to people that eat fast food, don't work, don't go to sleep on time.
No, I ain't. I ain't talking to them.
Oh,
I'm talking to the ones that
they on it already.
Listen,
they on it.
Huh?
They already on it.
Well, not sometimes, but motivation.
Well, if they heard about it, they're on it.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
Sometimes it depends though, because it depends on who it's coming from. That's why we got motivational speaker. That's why that's a very profitable shoot. E.T., the hip hop preacher, was on Earn Your Leisure the other day. He said he charging $150 every time he pull up. They giving him $150,000
to do what?
To do motivational speaking. You know who E.T., the hip hop preacher is?
He's a preacher.
He's an actual preacher. He got his own church, but he does he's more big for motivational speaker. Like, you know what I mean? He don't not nothing. Of course, it's going to be backed by the scripture, because he's a pastor, but he just speak. You know what I'm saying? Just
like Creflo Dollar is a preacher like that.
Hey, look here, man. I don't know, and I ain't gonna say nothing. I don't know nothing about Creflo Dollar like that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
that's a crazy name though.
But yeah, I mean, I ain't never heard nothing like that. But 150 every time he pull up for a reason. That means that motivational speaking matters. You get what I'm saying? So it depends on who delivered the message. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they might have heard it, but it wasn't from the voice that ring to them. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now me saying it, I'm talking to the people that my voice, it rings something in them. You feel what I'm saying? So that just is what it is.
Okay, maybe you ain't talking to financial literacy people then, or something like that. I mean, you ain't, because they would have done it already, man. We've talked to everybody. We've talked to. We told them about it.
Let me tell you like this though. Because this is an example with me and you. I told you plenty of times about stocks. I'm telling you what was coming, stuff like that. Yeah. And then, once I get that 7X, and then I tell you about it, then you be like, you didn't tell me. I'd be like, go back to your text message.
And I did, but that wasn't a year. I'm saying, that wasn't a year? That was like a few months ago.
No. Look, go to your text message. I told you, I sent you a screenshot. in November about Oklo, OKLO.
When we were at the other shop?
Yes, at the other shop, and it's dang November again.
But that's not AI. That's an investment. I'm talking about AI. AI is here to help us in every single way. So if you're not on the AI, if you're not on that, then you on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not the most savvy person out there at all.
So you saying that an investment into something that's going to 7x is not?
Well, you didn't know it was going to 7x. You don't get 7x everything that you done.
We don't. So that's what entrepreneurship is.
Yeah, I'm saying that was a chance.
You don't know.
That was
for
a chance. You took a chance. That's what you did.
Everything is a chance because we don't.
AI is not a chance. ChatGPT is not a chance.
You didn't. We didn't know that AI was really gonna blow. You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying that's not a chance.
But we
that's not a chance.
That is. It's an opportunity.
How? No, I said a chance of losing. You can't lose off ChatGPT. You could lose off the investments that you could be giving me.
Man, you can lose off of ChatGPT because when it was first started, you didn't know that it was going to do what it's doing now. And
it was free. That's what I'm trying to say. The investment you're giving me ain't free.
Well, no, the thing is taking advice from ChatGPT. Like I started using ChatGPT in 2022, and everything even today, everything ain't right. You got to know how to ask it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like so. It's still you got to use your discernment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, what I'm
see what you're saying though.
Everybody don't jump as soon as they hear about that something is coming. They don't jump and do their research. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah, I didn't do my research when you showed me that. I didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Would you give me a bunch of stocks or something, or you just gave me that one? Yeah,
I know it was 4. It was a screenshot.
Oh, you gave me like 4.
Yeah,
four of them.
I'm gonna show you because I
looked through all those financials and I told you about them. Remember?
Yeah.
And the financials wasn't good. I told you that.
No, I don't know though.
Man, everything you gave me, I looked through the financials because that's why you sent it to me. You was like, look at the fundamentals, and I was like, all right. And I looked through them and I showed you them, and I was like, they wasn't profitable.
But that's what you know what, and I'm glad we was talking about Earn Your Leisure last night because Rashad, he asked Ian, what does he lean more on? Does he lean on technical? You feel what I'm saying? He was saying you got to have all of them. You feel what I'm saying? Because you can look at somebody's fundamentals, but then they got another vibe.
Well, he's saying in technicals. No, he's saying in the technical, you're supposed to look at the chart. Not only are you supposed to look at, their income sheets, the balance sheet, and, if assets, liability, you're supposed to also look at the charts. Are they at their all-time high, their all-time lows? Where are they at on the chart? That's technical. So he said fundamentals and technicals.
And this is where this come in. That's why you got a 2. You know what I'm saying? Well, we just said you got to know who the CEO is.
That's what I was saying about how you be doing it.
Yeah.
That's why you good, because you be reading about the CEO. You be doing your due diligence on the company. What's coming out? That's a whole other ball game that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't on that.
It is. I know. That's what I'm saying, though. But I'm just saying that's why you got to do both. You can't just see the financials
or the charts.
A little funny right now, because anytime you start, the majority of the time, if people starting a business, their numbers is gonna look like they're in debt because you are. They say you take 5 years to even get your initial investment out, so they're gonna be in a negative if they're starting a business, unless you just some rich person. You feel what I'm saying? So you can't just stop it. Oh, they're in the what's that? You know what I'm saying? You got to know the vibe. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm glad you said that, because my guy that just through the business, the Barber Expo.
Give him a shout out.
Oh yeah. Jack or Fade, man. Shout out, man. That's my guy, man. We're gonna go in a little bit more. But he had talked to somebody that throw expos, and he was telling them that I'm about to throw an expo, and they told him don't do it. They were saying it's not the time to do it, you know what I'm saying, for whatever reasons. You know what I'm saying? But him knowing the vibe that he got, and he built this business right, man. That's why I love to be a part of it, to see it and happen, man. He took his city first. You know what I'm saying? He made sure that he was handling his business around there. He built his business on teamwork. Found his support team together. You know what I'm saying? And then he put out that content. He got Content Creator of the Year. You know what I'm saying? And he already knew the vibe. He knew the momentum that he had. You know what I'm saying? He knew he had the support. He had the momentum, whatever. And he was like, you know what? They might be making some sense based off of what they was talking about. You know what I mean? But I know what I'm doing, and I know what I can do. So he did it anyways. You feel what I'm saying? And he came out successful. You know what I'm saying? So that's the type of
stuff
you got to check out.
Yeah. So 30,000 jobs. They said there's 300,000 Amazon jobs out there. So that's 10%. So 10% jobs will be gone. It starts in. It's supposed to start this month, October of 2025. So what the fuck is that? That's in what, 4 or 5 days?
October what? It's October now.
Yeah. So
You said it's up. Yeah. So it got to happen like today. It's October 28th. It was like 31 days.
Yeah, 31 days. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. A lot of jobs, or some of them jobs, are going to be taken by AI. Man, I was on the phone with somebody, and they had AI. They said, "It's AI talking to you. You know, I'm here to serve you." And what was it? What was it? I forgot what it was. But, yeah, man, AI is everywhere, man. It's crazy how quick that it went. That's what I say, man. It's so quick. The 30,000 jobs being gone. Yeah, so it does affect. I think it's hurting people. I think it's hurting the regular person. I think we have more regular people than we have entrepreneurs or people that think outside the box. I think we have more people that just continue to do the same thing. So that's who's going to hurt you, because they're going to lose their job to AI. Obviously, AI can't right now. They can't put packages and drive them places right now. But
It's coming
paperwork.
It's coming. Self-driving cars. They got the
self-driving car.
Self-driving
How they
taxis.
gonna get on your porch? They gonna make you come out and get it?
They got drones. Who was it? Somebody just got. They just added drones to their business, and when they dropping it right down. Cardi B got her new CDs delivered by drones. Drone just pull up, boom, drop it right there, and going back doing their business. But they've been doing that actually. They was doing that with food and everything. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I think it's gonna. Man, that's crazy. So yeah, that's all coming in, man. But okay, so they won't be able to move boxes though, right? Are the drones gonna move those boxes?
I mean,
they got strong ass drones.
They gonna have.
Again, they got.
They already lifting up boxes.
Oh
and stuff
yeah, robots.
Yeah, they definitely. That's gonna be easy work.
All right, so would you trust AI to handle answering the phone here?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I mean, definitely. You know what I'm saying?
What else could AI do for us?
They asking basic stuff. You know what I mean? How much your haircut? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got a.
I'm about to pull up. You think you're gonna know what that means? You think AI's gonna know when it says I'm about to pull up?
We got to insert the instructions in there. You know, this is the responses. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you still got to direct. See, that's the thing. We got to make sure that AI is our assistant. We can't. We're the leaders. We're the masters. Let AI be your assistant. Don't never let AI run you. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, once we direct it right, it's gonna do what we want it to do.
Because I can't think of nothing else it could do. Right?
That it could do, you said?
Yeah.
I mean, unless we get into robots, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, chat box on our website, you know what I mean? Answering the phone, and also responding to our DMs and stuff like that in our social media, and also in our text messages and stuff like that. And there's some. They already got like a little something like that in AI. I mean, on the AI that's on Apple right now, it comes up with them automatic responses. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But yeah, so.
Heck yeah. I would love for it to answer the phones and shoot out the emails and different type of various work that we need done here. That would be really great if they could be in communication with them. We didn't have to. Mm-hmm. We could tell them exactly what we wanted from it.
Right.
So yeah, I think that would be a great thing if AI could do that. I'm wondering how they're doing it now. How they got what app is that they got these people answering phones and stuff? We got to look into that or something.
Well, shoot, I don't know. You know what? I don't know the name in particular for those, but yeah, they got them though.
Yeah,
they got them because I heard people talk about them. Then it was a class actually that I took at EYL University.
Yeah,
where this guy was talking about. I just forget the name.
Yeah. All right, man. China now requires influencers to have official licenses before discussing professional topics like finance, medicine, or law online. Should Americans require certification for financial educators online?
Definitely. And guess what? I'm glad you brought it up because as our disclaimer, you know what I mean? Yeah, straight up,
Getting late, man. You gotta get into it. We gotta get to it. We gotta get it right.
Immediately, this information. I had to say this during the interview too, down there. This information is total for informational purposes only. So take this information and you go do your own research. As far as financial advice, you take that from people that are licensed to give you financial advice, or the people that's going to invest it for you, stuff like that. But we're giving you information to research for yourself. This is not financial advice. That's it.
Okay. So yeah, do you think should American require certification for financial educators online?
I mean, I definitely to weed out the people that really they want to educate and the people that don't, because everybody has an opinion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has an opinion, and you know it just is what it is. But what is it backed up by? You know what I mean? That's why I suggest everybody, like, once you do enough research, you got to take action, man. Because other than that, you just spreading rumors. You know what I'm saying? You don't know for yourself. You just reading and going off of what somebody else saying, but you don't know for yourself. Think about, there's some stuff I done got from ChatGPT, and they made it seem like it was easy. Then we got in it. You know what I'm saying? And we like, man, it's take a little more. It take a little more than what they saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so you got to get your own experience, man. Experience means a ton, man. Like a ton, for real. You know, so that, and I still suggest a mentor. You feel what I'm saying? And I'm gonna tell you what AI is gonna do. It's gonna up the standards. So let's say if you're a video editor, and you know it used to take an hour to edit a video or something like that, but now I know you're using AI, so that's gonna take you all of 15 minutes. So now I expect for you to make me 4 videos in an hour. You feel what I'm saying? So it's gonna make the expectations be higher now. It's not a secret that AI is helping everybody with stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, man, you got to know for yourself on how to do this stuff, man, because the standard's gonna be higher. It just is what it is.
Yeah, so I think people should be certified before giving out financial education online. JT the Pocket Watcher, shout out to him. He'd probably be the only one online because he is certified to talk about financial.
Well, actually, Rashad is was a financial advisor.
He was.
Yeah.
And he's selling insurance.
I mean, I'm sure
he was selling insurance. He wasn't a tax or a financial planner.
He wasn't?
No.
Okay.
He's selling insurance.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but so we would just have, him, Rashad, people like that, though. They have been certified at least, say something. He sells insurance, so he's obviously knows what he's talking about. Those people, we should have those, because then it would help me. It would help me to stop weeding out, to listen to all this stuff that isn't true, that the people didn't go to school to know these type of things. However, maybe also, if that happened, though, maybe we wouldn't hear some of the other people where I did learn from, because I know some people I did learn credit from and real estate things from, Jay Morrison and stuff like that. They weren't certified. So actually, I think it should be a regular channel online where this is the certified people, and this is where you go to certified people, and then you can go to the regular YouTube. Certified may even cost a little bit more, but they're certified to tell you these things, and they have a fiduciary to tell you the truth and things like that. So I think that I think they should just have 2 different sections, because there are people that do know the information that aren't certified, that you can get some free information from. So I think that and the thing about this though, man, you still got to have proof. That's why, man, I tell everybody about my college that I went to, man. It wasn't one of these big universities, nothing like that. And I did go to Akron University, but I graduated from Stark State College, and the requirement was that every professor had to have experience in what they're teaching. You get what I'm saying? In a university, because this will be equivalent for having a certificate. In a university, all you have to do is have a master's degree, and you can, as soon as you graduate, you can immediately become a professor without any type of experience in the business. You get what I'm saying? So at the same time, you just spreading rumors. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as what we were saying. So I that's where I would like to
that's where I would like to add to that. Like, you should have to have a few years of experience before you start giving advice.
And China's, they're pretty smart about that because they trying to, it's to push misinformation out there. They got $14,000 fine for that if you're out there teaching and you ain't got no license on there. So I mean that's a good thing for them out there. It would be a good thing, but we just structured different, man. We just a little bit more, we're structured different.
For sure, big time. That's a dictatorship out there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we structured big time different.
Yeah. Yeah, so they say the influencers must show proof of the education that they're out there talking about.
Yeah.
So if that was out here, like we said, how would that change social media? How do you think that would change social media if they said that?
It'd be way more potent. You know what I'm saying? It'd be way more potent, that's for sure, man. That at the end of the day, man. But going back to what I was saying about the Barber Expo, you'll see who really serious about it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're gonna spend your time to get certified, like you got to have some type of passion, and definitely online, because you're not guaranteed to get no money. Like somebody that's just going to get a guaranteed paycheck, they'll do some stuff because they getting a guaranteed paycheck. But if you still have to be an entrepreneur and put your product out there and hope people buy it, you know what I mean? Like that's gonna weed out the people that's not serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Apple joins NVIDIA and Microsoft as $4 trillion club. Mm-hmm. $4 trillion. Apple's 17 iPhone has been doing great. Apple's iPhone 17 has broken post-pandemic sales records. Strong demand for the Pro and Pro Max models boosted Apple's revenue and stock price. What can Apple teach small businesses about product upgrades and loyalty?
Product upgrade, man, everything, right? Because folks biting on the new one. I mean, they did try to get over back in the day. Remember, they got sued for forcing. They make the phone mess up, the last version mess up, so you had to upgrade. Like once a certain when
they got caught.
Yeah, they got caught and they got sued big time. They did a couple things, and they got sued by Samsung because Siri was stole from them. They already Samsung had a version of Siri already, and I think it was actually the Galaxy. And then they had to pay them, So long as they ain't doing none of that, you know what I'm saying? But staying updated, man. They stay updating, and folks, they want the newest, hottest thing, man. So I mean, but they can teach everything. Look at them, though, man. The brand is crazy.
Yeah, they can teach small businesses like ourselves branding for sure. Because, like you said, that Nike is one of the top brands that we can think of in America. Innovation, people were saying they weren't innovating. But I think they are. I think they're gonna get their own chip too, man. I think they're gonna try to keep everything.
Yeah, no, they already make their own chips.
Oh, they don't mess with NVIDIA and all of them.
Yeah, no.
So why ain't they chips? Nobody messing with them.
No, I don't know if they for sale though, but they making their own chips.
Their own chips though.
Yeah, and they trying to upgrade and make some, super big, super tight. But I mean,
we ain't heard nothing with them with OpenAI though.
No, but let me give them. OpenAI made some moves today. They did another agreement with Microsoft that that's worth $250 billion, I believe.
Well, Microsoft will get 27% stake in OpenAI in a deal that allows the ChatGPT maker to move toward a profit business structure.
Yeah, and it's based off of their valuation of $500 billion, but the whole deal is worth like $250 billion. Yeah, but the 27% stake, but it's for them to go into a private. They're a non-profit, so it's because they're about to move to a for-profit business. But then also they did a deal with PayPal, so those that are invested in PayPal, now PayPal then shot up a little bit. They're going to be doing payment processes for OpenAI. And I'm so down. I was down like 50%. You know what I'm saying? So
PayPal?
So I got a little time for that mug to run up, but I never pulled out, you know, because I know PayPal.
Yeah, PayPal is one of the investments that my son since 2020 he was red on because we had to take all the stuff I stocked out.
Yeah.
It was PayPal, Disney, and Nike.
Yeah. Nike down like a mug. Yeah, like you said, I got that too.
Yeah.
But I ain't got a whole bunch. I got a decent amount in PayPal. I need them to come back up.
You ain't got no Disney?
I ain't never had Disney.
Yeah, as long as people keep having babies, Disney gonna make some money. But I don't remember. I think their financials are low. I think they've been messed up since the pandemic. I know they started going down when the pandemic coming. I don't know if they're coming. I got some good stuff from research. But all right, before we get to the elephant in the room, Toys R Us is reopening select stores across the U.S. After years of bankruptcy, the company is partnering with new investors to rebuild its brand and reach younger partners. So over 50 new stores are planned for 2026. I think the closest one, is they said Los Angeles. I don't think it's going to come to Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think old brands can survive in a digital first economy?
They gotta come with the same thing. I mean, they gotta adjust to the times, you know, just like we were saying. And I gotta text my customer back real quick.
Well, they said online sales doubled during last year's holiday season. So I mean, they are doing some stuff online. So I guess if you're bankrupt, you can still sell stuff. Is that what's happening?
I'm gonna tell you right now. My bad. Let me text my 11 o'clock customer real quick because he calling me. But yeah. Now so yeah, because I talked about this about Hertz the other day.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, they were bankrupt, but they were still working.
You still operate. But it's under it's a bunch of conditions that they under, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But they was going through the sale of their company still, you know. So they was bankrupt. You feel what I'm saying? Like bankrupt don't wipe you out. Depends on which one that you file for. But you know, you could be bankrupt and then it's still working and developing, but they end up selling it to another company, you know. So that's how they came back up. But they were like in penny stocks, and then now they back at it. I just rented a car from Hertz when I was down there in Reno. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But so this is what who we talking about right now?
Toys R Us.
And Toys R Us, yeah. But they gonna have to update. I gotta see what they doing, man. I don't know. You got kids.
I got kids. That's what I'm saying, man. I would love to take my kids. I mean, not a lot. I'm talking about like once. I don't want to keep taking them to Toys R Us, but I do think that it was a cool thing to go to Toys R Us. I would like it to be in California because that means when I take my trip out there, I can take my kids, go in there, go spend $20, $30. I don't know, maybe it's a little bit more these days. Mm-hmm. But and just I remember Toys R Us as a kid. That was the best thing in the world, right?
Heck yeah.
The commercials and all that, and all the booklets and that you got at the house and all that, man. Toys R Us, man, it was like that was endless toys. Like you couldn't even see all the toys when you went there. They had some toys,
and it was an easy out for an uncle with a bunch of nephews and nieces. You know what I'm saying? I used to go because when I was younger, I used to buy all of my my nieces before they had kids. My nieces and nephew. Timberlands and you know what I'm saying, the jackets, you know what I'm saying. I'm spending a couple $100 on all of them. But then when they had kids, I started, and I'm gonna tell you where I got this from. I went to a birthday party and people they doing that. They giving this little baby, god dang stuff that they like they self. I came with a little car that I spent like $10 maybe on. Kid went crazy over mine. He ain't care nothing about what they got him on them clothes and stuff like that. I'm like, man, guess what? I'm like, who am I buying this for? Am I buying it for me or for them? You feel what I'm saying? So ever since then, I used to go to Toys R Us when Christmas came. I had bags because they got a bunch of kids. You know what I'm saying? But crazy. I came out and I'm only spending a couple $100. What I used to spend on one of them, I'm spending on for all of their kids. Toys R Us, man. So I love Toys R Us.
What year was this about?
Shoot.
Early 2000s when you're doing it?
I mean, this wasn't that long ago. This wasn't let me think. That was before I moved here, though.
He was doing this in like 2010 and all that?
Shoot, no, it ain't that long.
That's what I'm saying, like in between that 2010, 2020, in between those years you were doing it?
Yeah, definitely had to be during that. Yeah, definitely had to be doing that. But it don't seem like it was that long since I did that like recently because they still, I don't know if they shut down now, but they was, they are because they turned it into a Salvation Army out there. But it wasn't that long ago the last time I shopped at Toys R Us.
Yeah, well, it's been a very long time. I was going to Walmart. I got a bunch of nieces and nephews too, but that's how I felt like that was the Toys R Us ad, the Walmart right there. But yeah, they got one over there on, they had one on by the other mall, by the freeway on, what freeway is that? The 215 freeway? No, the 15 freeway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they had a Toys R Us that shut down. So yeah, I think they should open up some more toy stores. But Walmart got that stuff on lock. Amazon got on lock. I don't know how they really on Amazon. They come straight to the house, and Walmart shit is cheap. You know what I mean? So it's like, why would you go to Toys R Us just to give your kids the experience? But other than that, you're actually spending more. I mean, that's how I seen it that's why I was going to Walmart because it was the toys were a little bit higher there. You know?
Yeah.
So I mean. But Toys R Us is good, but I would like to see some stores open, especially if they've been doing pretty good online. So that means that people are going back to it. But it's going to be hard to beat Amazon coming in 15 minutes, man.
Yeah. No, it's like what you just said, though. It's going to have to be an experience. You know what I mean? They're going to have some Toys R Us experience where the kids just want to go in there and play.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they got to have some stuff. That they can, they can jump on maybe some balls or something that's going to take them away from just what because like I said, Walmart's on every corner, and it's cheap, and then Amazon's coming in 15 minutes in a minute. So it's going to be hard to beat those types right there.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, okay, elephant in the room. Okay, this weekend, the legendary No Limit versus Cash Money Verzuz went down in Las Vegas. It was a historical night for the New Orleans hip hop. No Limit came ready, while Cash Money missed key players like Lil Wayne and Turk. Juvenile held it down. But No Limit's energy, especially with Maya X and Master P, made a statement. Snoop Dogg even came through to show love at the end. So, why do you think Lil Wayne and Turk didn't show?
Man, well, Turk, I heard they was beefing. I think you told me this. They was kicking him out, because he wouldn't get paid.
Last tour.
Yeah, so, I think that got something to do with it, even though Baby, he was mad and cussed him out at the end. You know what I'm saying? And but Lil Wayne, I would like to know. I don't know.
Well, they say he was on tour. That's what they say. They said. So, do you think that Juvenile held them up? Juvenile was a star over there.
He was the star for sure.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he what?
But he wasn't enough. Hey, I want to apologize.
All right, so hold on.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
I want to apologize.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, we both apologizing. But Maya X. Did you think she held it there?
Hey man, she came with it, man. I love that vibe. She was rocking that joint. You know what I'm saying? She was, and I didn't realize how vital of a part she was playing this whole time because, like, when it was her time to rap, like. It made the song way better.
Way better.
She was hard. She know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, Mia X, man. Man. But Snoop Dogg said a long time ago, he said, man, that's the hardest girl out rapping. He said that, and he worked with Rage. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what the heck? You can say that.
Yeah.
Rage is one of the sickest ones ever.
Yeah.
And he said, my ex is on a whole nother level. And he was talking very highly of it. I'm like, and I almost forgot, because I was down south back in the day.
I did forget, bro. Because I don't listen. The only time I listen to music when I'm in the shop. And I let y'all do what y'all do. I've been, at the other spots, letting Phil do it. Everybody. I never was usually the one on the chart. So, and I just got reminded. I'm like, dang, they did have all these hits. They had all these people that was a part of the No Limit Squad. Man.
Yeah, and remember, he comes from, he like he said, he got his game from Uncle St. Charles, E40's uncle out there in Richmond. So a lot of his beats almost sound West Coastish. I know Pound by, what's it called, Pound?
Beats by the Pound.
Beats by the Pound was doing all those. But that bass line that they had, man, it was real West Coastish, man, and that's why, man, like the Juvenile and all that, it was bling bling, and they was doing all that. But where I come from, man, we listened to that. That was that straight from the projects. We got this, we got that, man. And if Mystical was there,
Oh my God, that would have been a trample. They would have trampled over them boys if that, because they showed a clip on Instagram after that when Manny Fresh went and picked up Mystical from jail when he first got out of jail, and he had a beat playing in the car, and man, Mystical tore that beat up. Mystical was so hard, man.
I mean, they didn't have Mystical, they didn't have C Murder, and they didn't have what's the other one's name? The one that died. He's on a song with C Murder and Snoop. What's his name? Magic. Mr. Magic.
Oh, Mr. Magic.
Okay. Yeah. He wasn't there either, man. So obviously Lil Wayne. If you had Lil Wayne,
it would have helped. But bro, the way that they came with, I just forgot. Like it made Cash Money. To me, it made Cash Money songs seem corny. Like, because that we got the gang up, but like I ain't paid my rent.
I'm the number one stunner.
All of that stuff. I was like,
roll on, keep on roll on.
Bling bling.
I was like, over here.
Yeah, I was like,
they have to
corny.
go get him.
Man, that knows when the soldier stuff seemed hard, seemed tough. You know what I'm saying? And
that's the streets.
And it seemed like they had the stuff for the music.
It reminded
me. You can tell by the look in your eyes. I can tell you what. I forgot they had.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's what it came down to.
Man, he had that chopper style, chopper style. That club was everything that they hit. I was like, and Master P had so much hard stuff too, man. I was like, man, I really forgot, man. Like,
yeah, they had Mystical though. It would have been a burn burner. Like, man, Mystical got at least 5, man, that he can come off, and they are like damn near untouchable, Yeah. So, man. So, do you think that? No Limit win was because they were more prepared, or Cash Money just lacked the key players? Well, you just said no.
Well, I think because they was playing Lil Wayne's songs, they was rapping his songs for him.
Yeah, but they weren't rapping it good either.
Yeah, they weren't rapping it good. But I don't think even if his presence would have made a difference.
Not with those songs. Well, first of all, this is what I think. They had to lean in on Birdman and Manny Fresh. Their album, they did like 4 songs out of the 12. Yeah. So it was like, well, because Lil Wayne wasn't there, and we know Birdman there ain't no damn rappers and stuff, you know what I mean? So they would have played 4 of Lil Wayne's what he wanted. I would think, you know what I mean? So we would have got a little bit, and he would have came with some shit. Lil Wayne would have, but they, So I give it up to them. Do you think it would have been better if it had been New Orleans?
In New Orleans?
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, that's their fan base. I had to see how they react though.
Because what I felt was in the crowd. I mean, they were cool and they kept showing a bunch of older people. I think they did a good job of showing older people because that's what it pretty looked like it was there. Just a bunch of older people. I don't know if there was younger people there and they just weren't showing them, but the older people there, they looked like they was having a good time. But I think that the crowd would have been way more into it if they would have been in New Orleans. I think it would have been way louder in there. I think it would have been a different vibe. You know what I mean? Because tickets right now, they $500. They talk about project chicks and all this other. They don't buy the project spending $500 to go to shit in Vegas. So I think they would have had more. Probably would have been a little bit more dangerous. But
but it could have been like how Kendrick when he had the LA joint. You know what I'm saying? Not too long, the pop up. I think it was called and. The Pride, you know what I'm saying? The Pride, they didn't have no problems that night. You talking about Bloods and Crips, you know what I'm saying? Getting together for the love of LA, you feel what I'm saying?
And Juvie was acting a fool though. BG and Juvie, they was acting a fool though. They was doing their thing, man.
Yeah, they did their thing.
Acapella and all that, they did their thing, man. It's just, they had to, I mean, it made me remember, how Master P and them was, and I remember when Baby and them came, and it was like, oh yeah, they flashing stuff, but they ain't gangster like these. They not that. And they kept that persona, just being flashy and all that. Then they became, Birdman became this, Birdman. He wasn't Baby no more or nothing, you know what I mean? And they went a little bit more. But all that time, all that beginning time, it was just talking about flashing.
Yeah.
And then I got cars, I got jewelry, we got money, cash money, and that was no limit over there. Like he said, yeah, you man came with that bling bling. He set him up. He set himself up for that one.
And he came with that body. From Richmond, California, all the way up to New Orleans. Man, his stuff was
Mr.
hard.
Rogers ain't got nothing on my neighborhood.
Man, come on, man.
Stop, man.
That body was the first one. That was the first like crazy worldwide joint. Like, man, like you tell somebody they wasn't about it, man, they gonna show you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even the chicks. You be like, you ain't about it. They wanted to prove themselves. Like, you know what I'm saying? On whatever level, you know what I'm saying? It's just showing that you're not down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's saying like you're not down for the cause. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. And, man, you can get people to do stuff like that.
Hey, yeah, man, y'all in the comments, man, y'all tell us what y'all think. Because I went on and I actually sat down and listened to every song, and I jotted down, and to me it was 6 and 6. That's what I put. I feel like No Limit, it was 6 and 6. I would say they won, but when I did it, it was 6 and 6. And they played the last song, Back That Ass Up, with Juvenile, so that was the 13th song for them, but Master P and I'm only playing that. So you guys tell me what you guys think. Would you guys judge it? If you did take score, tell me the score. So, and that's it, man. That's it. That's all. That's Cloth Talk, where we put the financial literacy with the barbering in hopes to become financial financial free one day with the financial literacy that we are posing on you. So, yeah, man, that's it.
Yeah, that's it and that's all, man. Straight up, man. Make sure y'all do your research like we were saying, you know, and if you're going to do it too, man, find what you really like to do. You know what I mean? Don't let us influence you. I mean, let us influence you to do what you really like to do, and then when you do that, submerge yourself into that, and you make that into a business. That's all we saying.
Educate yourself, though.
Yeah, educate yourself. That's right.
Best you can.
And then after that, you take an educated risk. You know what I'm saying? You got to take action. If you just got a bunch of knowledge, it ain't activated yet. The activation comes with when you act on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it is what it is, and we up to the next one. Peace.
Yes. How you doing?